Welcome to the December 11th, 2025 Parma City School District Board of Education meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and we have the ACES program on video.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, justice, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good. I'll have to go visit them. Thank you. Roll call, please, Ms. Nucio.
Ms. Kohar.
Present.
Ms. Kerpick.
Present.
Mrs. McTaggart.
Present.
Mr. Ruda.
Present.
Mr. Vaughn.
Present. Dr. Hunt, can you please confirm that this meeting is currently being live streamed?
Confirmed.
Can you please monitor the live streaming throughout the meeting? And if there is a problem, please speak up immediately so that the technical difficulty can be addressed.
I will.
Thank you. I move to adopt Resolution 2025-12-540, the approval of the board agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2025-12-540. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Vaughn.
Yes.
Mr. Ruda.
Yes.
Ms. Kohar.
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick.
Yes.
Mrs. McTaggart.
Yes.
Resolution 2025-12-540 has been approved. And before we move on with Dr. Hunt, I have a statement to read. There is an agenda item on today, and the board will be considering accepting the resignation of a Greenbrier Middle School teacher through a separation agreement. I want to go over why we are considering this step and what it means and how we are continuing to respond to this serious situation that has caused a great concern in our community. I want to emphasize that I believe our foremost goal is to ensure that this individual does not teach in a Parma Schools classroom again. With this resignation, that goal is completed. I also want to acknowledge that we fell short as a school district last year in how we received and initially responded to the reports of this teacher's concerning behavior. We will do better moving forward, and I want to outline some specific steps we've taken. The teacher was placed on leave in March amid allegations of inappropriate behavior. He has not taught in our classroom since. Rumors of the teacher being placed in different buildings or moved around the district are simply not true. He has not been on one of our campuses since March, and prior to that, he taught only at Greenbrier, along with his coaching duties at Valley Forge. After the district's initial investigation, we cooperated with law enforcement authorities in their investigation and retained an outside investigator. The outside investigator, after interviewing witnesses, including students, parents, and staff members, concluded that the substantiated actions were not sexual misconduct. However, the investigator found that the teacher was unprofessional and lacked appropriate teacher-student boundaries. After reviewing the investigator's report, in August, we reported the teacher in this capacity as a licensed teacher to the Ohio State Board of Education Office of Professional Conduct. I want to be transparent. Under the separation agreement being considered by the board this evening, the teacher is resigning. He will remain on leave through February 1st and will receive a financial settlement of $95,000 in consideration of his continuing contract with the district. The teacher will remain off district property and cannot interact with our school community. Our report to the Ohio State Board of Education Office of Professional Conduct will remain in his personnel file, with other investigation records being retained by the district in a separate file. The separation agreement is a public document. I understand if this is accepted by the board, this outcome may be dissatisfying to some. Accepting his resignation under these terms will be the most effective and financially responsible resolution for this situation. Ohio law, public school employees generally are not meaning that they have significant job protections and continuing employment. We believe that an attempt to terminate his employment would result in a potentially lengthy, more expensive legal dispute that would have an uncertain result and continue to impact our school community. This has been a very difficult time for our school district. We're taking lessons from them and applying them. Dr. Hunt, who stepped in as our superintendent position amid this investigation, has been reviewing all our protocols and procedures around harassment and bullying, what happens when a student complains of harassment, and how to best to support students who report. Dr. Hunt has organized compliance training, which has now been completed for all compliance officers and administrators. Training on these policies and procedures will continue into 2026 for all teachers, staff members, and students. We will provide ongoing support, such as updating training and follow-up meetings whenever needed and appropriate. Nothing is more important than the safety and well-being of our students and staff. We believe that students learn best when they can attend classes in a secure and welcoming environment. We want to know if anyone experiences or witnesses any conduct that threatens that environment, and when it is our responsibility to respond immediately and appropriately. Thank you. Dr. Hunt, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Just to follow up on your comments, yes, we're actually working with the Impact Group, who is providing that training for our staff. We actually held training December 1st for our officers and myself. On the 2nd, we held a training for all of the principals. That was actually a snow day, so it was good that we had everyone in the room at the same time. On the 4th of December, we had training for all of our administrators district-wide. We're going to follow up in January during Professional Development Day to walk through scenarios with administrators, and we are also planning to how we're going to address staff and when we'll be able to embed that into their school day. And then we'll also focus on making sure students are also trained in how they should report back to us when something happens to them. So there'll be more to come on this topic, and I'll continue to update the board and community as we head into the second semester and into the new year. So with that, this past weekend, I did have the great pleasure of attending the Seven Hills North Pole Adventure on Saturday, and then on Sunday to march in the Frosty Fest Parade that ended at the Ridgewood Golf Club new event center. Both events were well attended and very well done. I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to our Normandy High School cosmetology program and Mrs. Ann Dexler and her students who attended both events. They did face painting, hair, and made crafts. So again, outstanding events, and happy that I had the opportunity to participate. As winter approaches, schools often see a dip in attendance, but that's where Brownie on the Blackboard can help make a difference. This initiative is designed to keep students engaged and excited about coming to school every day. Brownie will pop up in different spots around our classrooms and in common areas, creating a fun surprise that sparks curiosity and excitement about coming to school. The element of surprise helps reinforce consistent attendance, keeps energy high throughout the month. Brownie arrived this week in Parma, and he's here to support attendance efforts this winter. Brownie will move between classrooms, offices, and schools to keep students guessing and motivated to show up each day. Be sure to watch the next Did You Know video, which I believe is now posted on YouTube, and you can hear a little bit more about Brownie. So, fun stuff. This week, Greg Pollock, who oversees our building and grounds, I was over at Byers Field to stake out the property. As I had shared before, we're in discussions with the Historical Museum Group in their efforts to build a historical museum for Parma City Schools. So we are moving forward with that plan. So there is, that they've been able to see what that will look like on the property. We also will be working with the city of Parma. And again, I'll continue to provide you with updates on this. They want to be prepared for the bicentennial. We're also having each of our schools, no, we're not having them, but each of our schools this year will be applying for the Purple Star Award this year. This is an award designation given out by the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce to schools that go above and beyond in helping military-connected students and families feel supported, welcomed, and successful in school. Again, more to come, and we're hoping that we have many of our buildings recognized for this award. And then finally, next Friday is the last day of school for the school year. Hard to believe the year is over, and we are going to be gearing up for the second semester when we return on January the 5th. So I hope that everyone enjoys their holiday break, and we will see everyone back next year. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Hunt. This brings us to communications. Anybody?
I had a couple things I wanted to say.
Certainly.
In regards to the resolution that we'll be considering, I just want to say, I wanted to address that myself and most of the board have been silent on the matter for quite some time. And the reason why is that a lot of the allegations were made on a public forum with the names attached to the children. So we had to be careful of what we can legally say or do in order to protect the students. Anything we say can result in the identity of a minor child being known is a violation of federal law, specifically FERPA, the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. So it was always better for us to say nothing than to say something that could violate the privacy of a child. Secondly, as far as being an employee being placed on paid administrative leave, it's a valid, I'm sorry. It's a valid question and concern. It's something that I always wondered myself years ago until I got on the board. And I realized that it's done for a purpose. First and foremost, the student safety. It immediately relieves the person of their duties and makes sure that kids are safe while it's being investigated. Secondly, it helps to protect the integrity of the investigation process so that we can work to figure out what happened and so that the investigation isn't ongoing while an employee is still in the classroom. I also want to explain that school employees cannot be immediately fired like most of us can in our jobs. In 1985, the Supreme Court of the United States ruled in a case called the Cleveland Board of Education versus Loudermill, where they ruled that a public employee's job is their property, meaning they cannot be denied their 14th Amendment rights of due process. So, there's also state law that requires due process in these situations, as well as negotiated rights of employees. So placing someone on administrative leave during an investigation not only protects the kids, but the investigation process, and it aligns with the collective bargaining agreement, the Ohio Revised Code, and the Supreme Court of the United States. So I know it's hard to understand, and but I hope everybody can understand now why on certain matters, even though it's kind of confusing and sometimes it looks bad, why someone is placed on administrative leave while investigations are being investigated instead of being fired immediately. I yield my time.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Any other communications? No. All right, I did want to make mention that Councilman Kuzma and Phil, always have trouble with your last name, sir. Kyriazis. Yeah, that's a Greek name. It always messes me up. Sorry, but thank you for coming to our meetings. Treasurer, do you have anything today?
I do not.
You do not. Okay, PTO council report? We have one, yes.
Hello. My name is Amber Shuck. I'm the vice president on the council. There we go. Our Parma PTAs have had a very busy and productive month. Okay. First, thank you to all the board members who were able to attend our winter luncheon. It's always our pleasure to host this event and spend time with our PTA presidents, our administrators, and our board members. We hope that you had a wonderful time and enjoyed the food. I heard it was absolutely delicious. In other news, Parma Council PTA received a pallet of K-Cups that we're working on distributing through the district to our buildings and our staff. They'll be gifted after the first of the year because our PTA elves are busy helping our units through the district. Our Reflections program is wrapped. All submissions have been received by council and are now moving on to the next stage of judging. Entries selected from this round will advance to Ohio PTA. Students will be notified at the beginning of February if their submission was chosen to move forward, and they will be recognized at our annual Artist Awards Night, which will be held in conjunction with the celebration of this year's PCPTA calendar artists featured in our annual calendar. Today, Susan Palmer and Heather Akechi presented this year's scholarship program to the senior classes at Valley Forge and Normandy. We're excited to share that over 70 sponsors are offering scholarships this year, totaling just over $90,000. Were you aware that over the past 70 years of the scholarship program, we've given out about $3.5 million in scholarships across the many sponsors we've had throughout the years? We look forward to hearing the students' responses. This year's scholarship essay question is, please describe a teacher or staff member who significantly influenced your academic journey or personal growth. How did their support shape your experience or future goals? So we have lots of updates from the units. Normandy PTA rocked it with their annual PTSA craft fair. Thank you to all the volunteers who helped make it another successful year. Middle schools are celebrating the season with 12 days of dress up and other festive activities, spreading holiday cheer. Shiloh PTA will be feeding their staff on December 18th. Elementary schools are hosting holiday shops, family engagement nights, and activities with special guests across the district. PTAs provide these shops as a service, not as a fundraiser. The goal is to try to offer low-cost gift options for students, shopping for friends and family. PTAs also use promotional and donated items to ensure that every child can participate, even those who may not be able to purchase something on their own. As we close out the first half of the school year, PTA council officers have been working closely with PTA units to provide support and guidance. It's not just about the fun things. We're ensuring that each unit remains compliant with both Ohio PTA and national PTA requirements and providing support as needed. Annual standards that must be completed on time include filing taxes, submitting membership dues, approving and following the unit budget, submitting volunteer hours, and agreeing to the code of conduct and conflict of interest policies, like the fun stuff. These requirements support our shared PTA mission to make every child's potential a reality by engaging and empowering families and communities to advocate for all children. Finally, we hope everyone has a safe and relaxing holiday season and look forward to the new year. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This brings us to public participation on agenda items. At this point, we open the meeting to the public to address the board on tonight's agenda items. We have one such request. Remember that you have 3 minutes. I will stop you at 3 minutes today. All right. So will Vicki Farson please come up? Hello.
I have to be honest, I had a different speech prepared than I was expecting, and then you told me $95,000. It's a little different than what I was expecting. I do not, I still don't like a settlement, but it does change things because it is more fiscally responsible than what is otherwise was expected. However, my fear is still that with a resignation, he is able to go on to another district teach in another district have the same behaviors with other girls. And the outcomes of these behaviors are lifelong trauma. You don't forget sorry. You do not forget the first time an adult man tells you something inappropriate or does something inappropriate when you are a teenager. You do not forget the first time an adult man that is supposed to be you're supposed to be able to look up to and be safe around is violating you, even if it's not necessarily, because in the situation that the one student that didn't return to school, she did online education, he didn't touch her, but it was still an inappropriate experience. It doesn't have to be a physical touch in order to be inappropriate. She's never going to forget that, and it's going to be a lifelong trauma that she has to live with. And for him to be able to resign, and I understand, I did listen to the statement. I do understand that with the union, and I do understand the investigation. Believe me, I understand it more personally than a lot of people should ever. But to be afraid of a union and allow him to just walk away with $95,000 is not a whole lot of money. I do get that. In the grand scheme of things, $95,000 is not a whole lot of money. It's 1 year's salary for a lot of people. But my time's up, I'm assuming? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I know it's difficult, and I would love to be able to take a broad brush and wash that all away from anybody that's ever experienced that. But I think this is the best way that we could handle this situation. I know it's not a popular way. I know there's other things, but this is the way that it's going to be handled, and we're going to vote on that today. Okay, so thank you so much for being brave and coming up and speaking. I appreciate it. Thank you. We don't have any agendas. All right, this will move us on to curriculum, Ms. Kerpick.
We have nothing.
Nothing.
We have nothing for curriculum this evening.
Thank you, Ms. Kerpick. Business?
We have nothing for business.
Holy smokes. How about finance? Let's go with finance. We have finance today? Yes. All right.
I move to adopt resolution 2025-12-542, approval of the November 2025 financial report.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve a resolution 2025-12-542, approval of the November financial report. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Kohar,
Yes.
Ms. McTaggart,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn.
Yes, resolution 2025-12-542 has been approved. Man, I'm not reading that right.
I move to adopt resolution 2025-12-543, requesting advance payment of funds from county treasurer.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt resolution 2025-12-543. Any questions or comments from the board?
I do, if you don't mind.
Oh, certainly.
Sean, would you just mind explaining this like you did to me? Because I do think this is a great thing that you do, and I think it would be valuable to share that with the community.
Sure. So tax bills go out probably in January, maybe it's beginning of February. I don't know. I don't know when the exact time is, but mortgage companies and some individuals pay their full amount in January, February. But if we don't request an advance from the county, we won't get our money that they collect in January and February until March 15th. And I don't really want the county to hold on to the money that they've collected from taxpayers and get interest when we can request the money and put it in our bank and we get the interest. So we do this resolution every year, just requesting the money that's been collected for this half of the year that people have already paid, sent to us in January and February instead of just in the last payment in March. So that's what it is. It's not that we're in financial trouble when we need an advance from the county. This is money, this is our money, just send it to us, is what I'm saying. Does that answer your question?
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ms. Kohar,
Yes.
Ms. McTaggart,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn.
Yes, Resolution 2025-12-543 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2025-12-544, ratification of investments.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2025-12-544. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Kohar,
Yes.
Ms. McTaggart,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn.
Yes, Resolution 2025-12-544 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2025-12-545, approval of supplemental appropriations.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2025-12-545. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Kohar,
Yes.
Ms. McTaggart,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn.
Yes, Resolution 2025-12-545 has been approved.
Unless another board member has anything to add, that will conclude finance.
Thank you, Ms. Kohar. Brings us to Human Resources. Ms. McTaggart. Bless you.
I move to adopt Resolution 2025-12-546, approval of the following certificated exhibits: confirmation of stipend amounts, confirmation of supplemental appointments, confirmation of certificated substitute appointments, approval of certificated non-compensated leaves of absence.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2025-12-546. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Ms. McTaggart,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Ms. Kohar,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn.
Yes, Resolution 2025-12-546 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2025-12-547, approval to update current names of compliance officers.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2025-12-547. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Ms. McTaggart,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Ms. Kohar,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn.
Yes, Resolution 2025-12-547 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2025-12-548, approval of separation agreement.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2025-12-548. Any questions or comments from the board?
I do.
Go ahead, please.
I want to be very clear that I am deeply disturbed by the deliberation that led to this resolution. The way that it was handled raises significant concerns for me, both in process and in principle. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, please.
Ms. McTaggart,
No.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Ms. Kohar,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn.
Yes, Resolution 2025-12-548 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2025-12-549, approval of the following classified exhibits: confirmation of classified appointments, confirmation of classified changes of assignments, confirmation of classified replacements, acceptance of classified resignations, approval of classified non-compensated leaves of absence.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2025-12-549. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Ms. McTaggart,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Ms. Kohar,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn,
Yes, Resolution 2025-12-549 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2025-12-550, acceptance of classified retirements.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2025-12-550. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Ms. McTaggart,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Ms. Kohar,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn,
Yes, Resolution 2025-12-550 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2025-12-551, approval of OSHAA football playoff workers rate.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2025-12-551. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Ms. McTaggart,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Ms. Kohar,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn,
Yes, Resolution 2025-12-551 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2025-12-552, authorization to release from employment during probationary period classified employees.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2025-12-552. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mrs. McTaggart,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Ms. Kohar,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn,
Yes, Resolution 2025-12-552 has been approved.
I move to adopt Resolution 2025-12-553, employee dishonesty and faithful performance of duty insurance policy in lieu of bond.
Second.
Do you want to read that Ohio Revised Code part in there?
In reference of Ohio Revised Code 3.061.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2025-12-553. Any questions or comments from the board?
I do.
Certainly.
Sean, if you would, could you explain it the way that you explained it to me earlier today?
Sure. So Ohio Revised Code requires that the treasurer have a bond for any financial theft or theft or loss of money in the district. It's a $50,000 bond. It requires every year, and I have one that's expiring actually today. But the Ohio Revised Code does allow, and our policy also says it also allows it, that instead of having a bond, I'd be covered under our Liberty Mutual insurance policy. And the reason I was pushing the board to go to this direction is, I'll give an example. This did not happen, but hypothetical. If, say we had a football game, a Friday night football game, we had a gate concessions and any other money we collected, say $10,000. If one of those employees stole that money, they would file a claim against my bond. But I had nothing to do with that person. That person doesn't report to me, but since it's loss of money from someone stealing it, it goes against me. With the Liberty Mutual insurance policy, it would just go against our district insurance policy. So a lot of districts are going that direction because it's not really my fault that someone doesn't report to me stole money. So that's where I wanted to go that direction.
It's also a little less expensive from what I
Yep,
understand.
it's part of our policy.
Thank you for the explanation. I appreciate
Yep.
it.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. McTaggart,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Ms. Kohar,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn,
Yes. Resolution 2025-12-553 has been approved.
Unless another board member has anything to discuss, that concludes Human Resources.
Thank you, Ms. McTaggart. So that brings us to policies. Ms. Cohar?
Yes. I move to adopt Resolution 2025-12-554, approval of the following revised policies. Policy 1662, anti-harassment. Policy 3362, anti-harassment. Policy 4362, anti-harassment. Policy 5517, anti-harassment. Policy 1422, non-discrimination and equal employment opportunity. Policy 3122, non-discrimination and equal employment opportunity. Policy 4122, non-discrimination and equal employment opportunity. Policy 2260, non-discrimination and equal employment opportunity. Policy 1623, Section 504/ADA, prohibition against disability discrimination in employment. Policy 3123-504/ADA, prohibition against disability discrimination in employment. Policy 4123-504/ADA, prohibition against disability discrimination in employment. Policy 2260.01-504/ADA, prohibition against disability discrimination in employment. Policy 2266 non-discrimination on the basis of sex in education programs or activities.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2025-12-554. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Ms. Cohar,
Yes.
Ms. Kerpick,
Yes.
Mr. Ruda,
Yes.
Mrs. McTaggart,
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn.
Yes, Resolution 2025-12-554 has been approved.
First reading of the following revised policies. Policy 2431, interscholastic athletics. Policy 4162, drug and alcohol testing of CDL license holders who perform safety-sensitive functions and are subject to DOT testing. Policy 8300, continuity of organizational operations plan. Policy 8600, transportation. Policy 8600.04, bus and alternative vehicle driver certification. Policy 8640, transportation for non-routine trips. Policy 8650, transportation by alternative vehicles.
You have one more. One more for
Okay,
Katie.
yeah, I see that. Looked like it was separate. First reading of following new policies. Policy 4162.01, drug and alcohol testing of employees without CDL licenses who transport students in alternative vehicles, parentheses, non-DOT testing.
That's it?
That's it. That's it. Okay, yeah. That's first reading.
I know it's the last one,
Yeah,
so give us a spiel.
yeah. Unless any other board member has anything to add, that will conclude policies.
Thank you, Ms. Cohar.
You're welcome.
This brings us to the business of the board. So the notice of the 2026 organizational meeting, we need to appoint a president pro tem for that organizational meeting. Ms. Kerpick, would you want to do that? All right, thank you. So that person, president pro tem, will be Ms. Brittany Kerpick. All right, thank you. Any information requested by the board? No. We have one question. Let me get to that page. Sorry. At this point, we open the meeting to public to address the board with comments and/or concerns. We have one such request. The request or heard forms will be completed and submitted in person to the administrative secretary. All statements shall be directed to the board president as per policy 0169.1. Comments that are repetitive, obscene, disparaging, abusive, irrelevant, and/or comments that constitute a threat will not be tolerated, and the speaker will be asked to stop speaking and/or to leave the meeting. Please know that various board policies exist that set forth processes and procedures to be used in investigating and addressing personnel issues and cannot be addressed in public. As per board policies, we may not be able to respond directly or address some issues at this time if information is not readily available. We will respond at our next regular meeting. 3 minutes is allotted per speaker. Please remember to state your name and address for the record. Would Mr. Councilman Kuzma please come forward? A nice looking sweater there, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for letting me speak. Members of the board, first I'd like to thank the first speaker for speaking, for giving her experience. Definitely was not easy to do, but thank her for coming. So I'd like to thank the outgoing board members, Mark, Steve, thank you for your years of service elected to the community. And I'm here for Linda as well. Also, though, I'd like to thank Mary for sitting through these meetings all these times. It's not easy. It's not easy. But Linda, I'm here to thank you. I served with you on council at the last council meeting, if you remember. I thanked you for your service. I said we didn't always agree, but I appreciated that I always knew where I stood with you and that you stuck to your convictions. Even if we didn't agree, we certainly haven't always agreed on everything, and that probably will continue going forward on various things. But I wanted to give you a certificate from the city honoring your years of elected service on Parma City Council and the Parma City School District Board of Education. So thank you for all your service.
Well, thank you so much for that. Thank you. That's very big of you. And the feeling is mutual, Kevin. Absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. Kuzma. All right. Before we move any further into the meeting, I want to take this time as my time on the board comes to a close, which is really didn't think I'd get choked up, but I'm working on not doing it. I want to take a moment to make some comments. To the community and PTA, I am humbled and honored to have been elected to serve a district that gave me so much. I'm thankful for the relationships that were developed over the last 8 years. I'll remember them with great amounts of fondness. To the staff, you all are outstanding educators. I know you will maintain your level of dedication to the students of the Parma City School District and keep the ship upright as you pursue excellence. A 5-star report card is on the horizon. Linda, you have been a pleasure to work with. Your desire and dedication to the public education takes a back seat to no one. Please make, I made me lose my place. Your desire and dedication to public education takes a back seat to no one. Please make most of your free time, travel, and enjoy your family. Brittany, I admire your determination. You have taken on all possible avenues to learn about what it takes to be an effective board member. Your dedication to the students and your involvement in the PCSD is displayed daily. You're on the right path to leadership. Mark, I am so sad that our time on the board is coming to an end. Excuse me, that's not for Klemp, that's just whatever's going on here. I am so impressed with the amount of work you put into the position. The amount of research that you do is amazing. If you were my student, I would have definitely called you an overachiever. Somewhere there is a law practice that is missing the opportunity to have you on its staff. I appreciate the friendship and the mutual respect we have for each other. Ashley, thank you for challenging me to understand other viewpoints. I truly wish you the best as you continue your journey of boardmanship. Thank you for your service to our country. I know it comes with a great sacrifice to your family. Dr. Hunt, it has been a pleasure getting to know you. Each time we meet, it is affirmed that we have made the right decision in bringing you on board. I know that you are here for our students and you have the best interest in mind when making decisions that affect them. Good luck to you as you navigate the future of the district. Mr. Nucio, it has been an honor working with you. I have learned more about school finance than I ever thought possible. I know that you'll keep your pencil sharpened and you'll do your best to keep the district in the black. Thank you for all you do for the district. The oncoming board members, glad you're all here. It's just, oh, he left. No. Oh, well, you can share it with him. To the ongoing board members, thank you for choosing to serve the students of Parma City School District. You are taking on a huge task. Please do not take the role lightly, but serve with conviction. Make decisions using your conscience and without outside distractors. Work collaboratively with the senior leadership team and be committed to being present in the school community. I trust you enjoy some of my favorite functions, such as STEM capstones, being a guest reader at various elementaries, high school graduations, trunk or treats, and various other fundraisers. Be determined to do what is best for the PCSD students and their education. Good luck. The continued growth of the district needs your full and undivided attention. Thank you.
Thank you. And I agree that the guest reader is what I'll miss the most. That was so much fun to do. I just wanted to say something really quick since the last meeting. I just wanted to express my deepest gratitude to my fellow board members, both past and present, to our dedicated staff and teachers, and to the families who trust us with their children's education. It's been an honor to serve alongside and to meet so many people who care so deeply about our schools and community. We faced challenges, celebrated progress, and made decisions that will shape students' lives for years to come. That's no small responsibility, and I'm proud of the care and integrity that everyone has shown through it all. To the incoming board members, listen well, ask questions, take time to learn, but most importantly, remember that every policy, every budget line, and every decision we make ultimately comes down to one simple thing: what is best for the students. Respect different viewpoints, seek common ground, and keep the big picture and what is most important and focused, the students we serve. And I also want to extend my best wishes to our new superintendent, Dr. Hunt. You stepped into this leadership role at a crucial time, a time that can truly make a difference, and I have every confidence in your vision and dedication to our district's future. May your time here be defined by collaboration, innovation, and continued success with our students. Thank you for the opportunity to serve and for the trust you've placed in me. The future of our school is bright, and it's in very good hands. Thank you.
You said you have something.
I do. I wanted to take a moment to thank each of you for your service to the district. While we may not have always agreed, I recognize that each of you serves in the way that you feel is best for our students and community. Linda, I always know where you stand. Your transparency is something that I truly value, and I respect the enthusiasm and the passion you bring to making a difference. Again, we don't always agree, but I respect those things very much about you. Mark, you're consistently sharp and well-prepared. I appreciate the thoughtful approach you bring to every discussion. I think we all agree on that. You've heard that a lot tonight. Mr. Vaughn, I appreciate your passion for the district and the perspective you bring as a career, from your career as a teacher and a coach. And if you get bored and anytime you want a new challenge, come find me. I'm happy to provide it. I wish all of you the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry, myself. Thank you very much. Everybody else here. Thank you.
I would like to say one thing also.
You're more than welcome to.
Sorry.
More
So
than
I
welcome to.
didn't prepare any remarks. I feel really bad about that. But I do want to say that it has been an honor and a privilege to serve the district. I value each and every one of my board members. I've learned a lot from every one of them. We've been through a lot of difficult choices. And I wish the new board the very best. I'm always here if you want a sounding board. I believe strongly in public education. That is one of the reasons that I served on this board. I think our founding fathers were wise in that they knew that a system of common education for all students was so very important. And public education at this time is under great stress. So hopefully I've done my part to protect it and to make sure that for generations going forward, we always have good and strong public schools. Thank you.
Nice job. Very nice. Have something?
I don't have anything prepared. I've told you all three individually how much I've enjoyed serving with you the past 2 years and how grateful I am to have been on the board with you. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. I have one last thing before I adjourn. Just a little note to Sierra from the Sword and Shield. I just wanted her to know that I was listening to her when she asked me to have time off. And I said, okay, so you can have time off from school starting December 19th and come back on the 6th. I just want you to know I was paying attention, I was listening. And I'll see you soon, probably this week. Okay. I'm sorry. With that, I move to adopt resolution 2000, Jesus. Where did that come from? Sorry, holy smolies. All right, we'll get it together. I move to adopt resolution 2025-12-556 to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt resolution 2025-12-556. Roll call, please.
Mr. Vaughn.
Yes.
Mr. Ruda.
Yes.
Ms. Kohar. Ms. Kerpick.
Yes.
Ms. McTaggart.
Yes.
Meeting is adjourned.